this is our Mazarine case, fanciest dock box in all the land. And we're actually bringing it here to do an unboxing and show you every detail that we don't even know the capability, full capability of this thing just yet. And then lastly, we're gonna finish it off by taking it over to base shore landings and actually setting it up in its final resting place right next to our Orion. It's gonna be a good time. Have you guys heard of Mazarine Dock Boxes? We personally had seen them online for quite some time, and I have Jamin from the company right here, which actually delivered our dock box to our dockside here at our CCO headquarters, and I have not seen it yet. I actually wanted to do that together with you all and with Jamin here. So we're gonna unbox it for the first time, see what this thing is all about, and go through it with, you know, in every detail with you if you don't mind.
Sounds great.
Let's get to it. We're gonna pop the top off, and again, I have not seen this thing. None of us at the office have. We wanted to get our first reaction here with you guys. So first thing we notice is that this thing is big. What are the dimensions we're talking about?
Exterior 75 inches by 33 by 33. Interior, you're at 6 foot by 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot.
Okay.
Tons and tons of room.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing we saw when the box got here is like, wow, you know, this thing is a good sized box. Solar panel up on top, and let's not even waste any time. Let's get into this. Let's get this out of the way. Oh my goodness. Look at this thing. That is amazing. Obviously, we got our CCO logo. This is a laser.
Yep. Yeah, we do
grade.
that. Yeah, we do this in our shop. It's actually an exterior grade aluminum brushed finished acrylic.
Oh, wow.
It holds really, really good. It's the same thing that they'll use on signs they put out in front of big stores, so it holds up really good in the rays.
Okay. And I see you actually push them out a little bit to create that bit of depth to it, and there is an acrylic in here?
Yeah, there is. It's a clear acrylic back, which allows the light to hit the box and then kind of glow back out.
Oh,
and you'll see that when we open it up and fire the lights on, you'll see
Sure.
it creates a killer effect.
All right. I see nice logo, Mazarine. I mean, this thing is pretty. Definitely tell you. And I see you have a bit of an angle here at the front. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, there is actually. One, it's a needed process whenever we're running tooling. So in order for us to, for the release, molds, that's the thing. But it also aesthetically is fantastic. You know, think of a boat. We never see square boats, right?
Yeah.
We always see them with a little bit of draft.
Right. It does have a bit of a, you know, something special to the angles that you guys put in. And obviously, is this made out of fiberglass or what?
It's not. This is actually a roto-molded product. It's actually referred to as ultra molding. And the reason it's ultra molding is we have a 2-inch foam core. And then we have a 1/4 inch of a cross-stitch pattern plastic, polypropylene plastic along the outside. So it's 2.5 inches of thickness all the way around the box.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And this solar panel, how much battery life? I mean, do you need to plug it in if this thing is working? How does this thing work?
Yeah, great question. So it's a 160 watt, 24 volt electrical system. It only needs, from a completely dead state with no charge, it actually only needs a little less than half an hour to get all the way charged up and make it completely operational where you can go through all the functions. This is actually new in this model. This is actually about a 30% improvement upon our previous, which was a 12 volt system. So we've not only improved our battery itself, that's custom made for us, our lithium battery, but it's also the power cells that charge it. And so when it arrives, as you saw it boxed up, you get it out in the sun for, just call it half an hour, and you're ready to go.
So you're really not drawing any power at all if this thing is at a marina in a standard position behind your boat.
Exactly, you got it.
All right,
you got it.
All right, so how do we dig into this? What do you suggest we do? How do we start?
Well, the first thing is we got to make sure we got power to it. So like we said, we'll put this out in the sun. We'll let it sit there for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And we'll go through all the cool functionality.
Sounds good. Well, considering we're in our office right now, should we plug it in?
Let's do that. That's a great feature actually. So we do have shore power that comes with every Mazarine case.
All right, so we have an extension cord here. How do we do this?
So your Mazarine box is going to come with a shore power cord. It's a standard 110. So you just run a 110 power to it. We'll plug it into the back of the unit using a 5-pin insert, and you'll see that it'll instantly give the unit power.
All right, been dying to see this. So, all right, easy connection right there. I wanted to stand behind this box just so you can get an idea of the actual size of this thing. It's not small. It is not small. Looking forward to seeing the actual space that you have inside.
Absolutely.
And I know there's a lot of cool features that we're going to learn about once we open this. So
So I'm going to let you do the honors. Your
Okay.
model that we got came with keyless entry. So just like you open your truck to get
Really?
in, same thing here, but I'm going to let you do the honors. Just
Okay.
press the up button and let's fire it up.
Do I keep it pressed or just press
Just
it
press
once?
it one time.
Oh my Lord.
One thing you'll notice
That is fancy.
as it opens up, you know, so we got interior lights. Kind of a little hard to see in the studio,
Yeah.
but you'll notice for at nighttime, you can get
Lit
right
up.
in and see all your stuff inside. And by the way, it's a killer effect
Yeah.
on the dock when it opens up.
No, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Logo on the inside as well.
Yep, again, a very popular upgrade. We can do all kinds of cool stuff here. Some of the most popular things are line art of the boats, in addition to the logo itself.
Yeah.
Very popular, especially in the sport fish market. Because boats are such an emotional thing, a lot of times we get messages if it's a gift. So, from Alan to my beloved.
Oh, really?
Yeah, great
All
stuff
right.
like that. So we can be really creative. Our art team is fantastic. They're going to work with you and kind of get this opened up, especially at night. It's just
Yeah.
a killer effect with the lights that come up and
Yeah,
hit
you,
that.
you
Yeah.
can see it looks like a large, refrigerator, freezer.
Yeah.
Keep going into it.
Yeah. So we have an integrated storage upgrade, which you'll be able to see in here. It's a floating system. This is brand new in our model, and it allows you to do one of the things that no dock box, like a Mazarine, does a lot of things that no dock boxes do, but one of the great things is it keeps things organized where
Yeah.
things should be. So let's think about how we use our boats. If I have cleaning supplies, and I have towels, and I have rags, and I have lines, I don't want those things near each other.
Yeah.
I want my towels.
And normally they're just stacked in here in a
normally
huge
you
pile.
just throw everything in. So what we're going to do is we're going to allow you to keep things organized. So let's just keep going down the list. Life jackets, tools, all the things that we're going to keep right there next to the boat that we want to have easy access to. We can keep them where without them interfering with each other, falling down to the bottom.
Sure.
All the things that you would see typical in a standard dock box.
Right. I heard as well that there is a dehumidifier in here,
Yep.
which is a huge thing. You guys know these boxes, how they get, and we were talking about your experience with life jackets and
Yeah.
throwing wet apparel, flip-flops, dock lines that probably hit the water at some point. It just becomes like a muggy mess.
Right.
So
Right.
you guys put a dehumidifier in here.
We did actually. So, let's think about our audience, that's going to be looking at this. Center consoles, what's probably the number one issue we face is storage. We don't have enough place to keep things. That's why dock boxes are so popular next to the center console.
Sure.
So with the Mazarine, not only do we give you a lot of storage, but we allow you to keep it organized. But there's no point in doing all of that if what you put in there just completely falls apart, gets mold, mildew, all of those things. And so Mazarine started with the idea of what if we put a dehumidifier in a dock box? And so what we have done is we've introduced a dehumidifier in that's digitally controlled and regulated. And what it does is it monitors humidity. And when it needs to run, the dehumidifier kicks on. So we monitor humidity here, which is the bottom level. When that number, which is showing 55.5 right now, when that number gets above 70, that's when all the bad stuff starts to happen,
Okay.
right? And so what will happen is our fans, right here, our intake fans will kick on. And they'll pull air from the case where that moisture would be. We're going to push it through our electrical component chamber here, down through the dehumidifier, and as it moves through, it's going to collect the moisture and let it drip out the bottom of the case.
Wow.
And so it's going to just continue to do that until we've gotten this number to a much more acceptable number. In many cases, what you have in your home or better.
Yeah. I think that's better than my house.
Yeah, probably is.
What's that remote control I'm looking at the corner over there?
All right, so one of the curb appeal aspects of a Mazarine, as you saw, is branding. Boats are emotional, like we said. The boat name, we put a lot of thought into it. We put a lot of thought into our logo. It's important to us. We put it on our shirts, we put it on our hats, we put it on our cuffs, we put it on we put it everywhere. And so we thought, well, we've already got power. Why not go ahead and put it on the dock box? Why not add the branding there? And so we're going to activate the lights and turn them on, and boom.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
And you can dial up any color you want. If you want to let's just call it bright white. There you go. If you want to go probably the blue, which is definitely like our most popular, you can dial up blue any color you want.
That is nice.
One of the big questions we get asked about our lights is, do they run all the time? You can if you want, but by default, the lights will come on when the sun is going down. And we use our solar panel to do that. So when the solar panel is not getting any sun, and that sun starts to go away, it clicks on the lights.
Very smart.
They run for the evening until the sun comes up, and they shut back off.
That is an excellent idea. Obviously, if you want to stand out from the crowd, this is the way to do it. But I love the fact that you guys actually got a product that I feel has been the same forever.
Right.
Nobody's done anything to try to improve it from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And you guys actually tried to create something, and you achieved it. That's not only beautiful, it's functionality-wise makes a lot of sense. What's the point of piling a bunch of junk in here if it's all just gonna, go to hell?
So Alan, dock boxes have always been great at two things. They've been wonderful at them: getting things out of the way and destroying everything that you put into it. They do those two things very well. So Mazarine does number one, still very good, but better. Now we organize it. But secondly, we keep it dry. But we actually do something in combination with the dry that's also new in this model. So you've had a dock box, probably multiple. I have too. Not only is it notorious for the mold and the mildew, but it's also notorious for the smell. That smell that's in there that comes with it. You open it up and it's just nothing good about it, right?
Yeah.
So as the dehumidifier runs, one of the most popular upgrades we have is the ability
New
to
car
put
smell?
a new car smell scent.
No way.
Tropical scent is actually
man,
what it is.
That is awesome.
So as it runs, it smells. So give it a smell. So imagine opening your dock box, and that's the smell that you get from it.
That is amazing.
Pretty cool, isn't it? So when you order, Mazarine comes with a few of those, just like your car. Just pop a new one in there every so
it's
often.
a pleasant smell that comes out of here
smell.
instead of the mold and mildew. And
Yeah.
usually these dock boxes, at least what I've seen in most, and the ones that we've used, it's just like brooms and cleaning supplies and things that you don't care if they kind of just get destroyed in there. But here, again, you can utilize the entire space. We have a spot zero system, which I spoke to you about, that would be nice to integrate into this, to protect the system, and then basically have a hose running out of it where we can use the spot zero system on the boat and have it at the marina at all times. We have the spot zero mini that'll fit in a corner here with a ton of room to spare. So I think this will be an incredible combination, having the two together.
I couldn't agree more, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because let's talk about one other thing in dock boxes that everyone just kind of seems to avoid or treat not seriously at all, and it's security. So if we think about what we might put in our dock box, we might have a couple $100s of gear in here. We might have thousands of dollars of gear in here. And so security for us is very important. So by default, a Mazarine comes with an integrated stainless steel lock that secures the box down. It's built into the box. Now, you've received the upgraded model, which is the keyless entry. So our shocks, our electric shocks, are actually custom made for us in Germany. We bring them to our facility, and each one of these shocks is 1,500 pounds of pull lock pressure.
Wow.
So you get a 3,000 pound, that's a ton and a half of lock on this. So before this would open, it would come up from the dock.
Yeah.
Before anything else would happen.
Yeah. You're not getting in there.
Exactly.
Well, most of the time, I would never put anything of value in a dock box, because I know there's a skimpy lock that anybody can cut, so
exactly.
It's really things that you just don't want to lug around from the house to the boat or whatever it may be, but usually anything of value would never make it into a dock box for me.
Exactly.
So here with 3,000 pounds of pressure,
right?
Obviously I can see us putting a spot zero mini in there.
Yeah.
And you can other items.
And you can leave at night knowing that it's safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a fail safe for that system?
We do, actually. So in the event that there is a failure,
no power.
No power. Let's say that we have a fault, whatever it might be. We do have a way to get access into the box. All the customers need to do is contact us and just say, for whatever reason it is, we've got an issue. We can get you into the box, guide you through it. Security for us is very important. So as you can imagine, we keep that.
You're not putting it on your website to
it's not a
alert the criminals on how to get it.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, that makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so what else have we got going on here? I see there's a logo on the back side as well, which I guess is an option that you guys offer.
It is, yeah. So let's think about, if you're at a marina, if you're on a dock, or your house on a canal, the two places that you probably are going to see it mostly from is from the water, or at least the passerbys. Let's say if you live on a canal, they're going to be coming by. I mean, you want the brand, right?
Yeah.
You want it out there. You want to show it off. But if you're up at the house, or maybe you're coming in on the dock, it's kind of cool to see it, there from the water too. A lot of our customers, they actually have referred to Mazarine as kind of like their reserved parking sign, or like a beacon that they can kind of say, hey, just when you see the dock box with the lights, that's my slips. Just go to that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep.
Oh, this thing's beautiful. And again, the way that you guys set this up to be able to organize things in what seems to be 3 different levels is fantastic. And I assume you can maybe add more of these things if you guys, somebody were to need it.
Yep.
And then all this stuff comes out. We'll go through it in detail. Jason will come shoot all this stuff, but you can put it in any configuration it seems like you want.
Yep.
And then you do have what you mentioned where those drain holes down underneath in case, I assume if there was any sort of water or wet
or
product.
if you wanted to just give it a wash, yeah, absolutely. You
rinse it off,
everything in here is IP65 certified, so you can give it a nice freshwater bath, give it nice and clean if you want to, and everything will just drain out, which is exactly how the dehumidifier works. Same principle.
Jamin, so obviously this thing is 100% solar powered, but what happens if your marina is right next to a high-rise building or a covered canopy where you don't get direct sunlight all day? What do you do in that situation?
Yeah, it's actually, I'm glad you bring that up. It's very common. Roofs above docks, very common. And so when you have those situations where it's not going to get maybe any sunlight or just not enough sunlight, every Mazarine comes with a shore power cord, a 5-pin cord, plugs right into the back of the Mazarine that you can see right there. It's just a 110 cord. You can run an electrical cord to it. That'll fully power the unit in those cases, like you mentioned, when we just don't have enough sun.
Right. Well, you mentioned all you need is 20 to 30 minutes of actual sun to operate the unit. So it's not much at all. It's actually pretty impressive. Do you recommend, in our case, leaving it plugged in, or should we just leave it running on its own?
I guess we know when we'll get to the marina what we're up to.
Yeah, we'll figure it out in a minute.
But as long as we have enough sun during the day, the Mazarine will power itself purely off the solar. But it's always great to have this just in case we're not getting quite the sun we need.
Okay, perfect. All right, Jamin, I see that there's a box here that we haven't touched on. What do we got in this thing?
Alan, this is actually something I brought just for you guys. We're such big fans. We've been following you guys forever. This is something that we can do for customers. Sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't, but we thought it would be good for you guys. So it's just a little gift from Mazarine to CCO.
Wow. You guys didn't have to
just
do
so
that.
we appreciate the partnership with you guys and us being able to do some fun stuff together.
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh my goodness. You know we love these things.
Yeah.
That is really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you guys very much.
Cold drinks on the boat. Broadcast the brand.
My wife might steal this from me, but
that's why we give you two. And she can choose the blue or the black.
All right, that is awesome. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
You guys can do this as well for clients?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a very nice little gift package just on its own.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, man. Thank you guys very much. That's awesome.
All right, you're very welcome.
So we're going to head over to the marina, Bayshore Landings, where we keep our boat. How do we secure this to the dock?
Right, so you definitely want to. Not only is it a theft concern, storm surge, heavy winds, we want to make sure. So every Mazarine comes with a 5.5-inch stainless steel bolt. And that bolt comes with a big heavy duty washer. In the middle and the bottom, there's 2 holes that are already there. You can choose either hole. You're gonna take it and just drill it down, 3/4-inch hex bit, drills it right into the dock, completely secured, won't move an inch.
Done deal. Another question I had for you in regards to different levels of box. Is there like an economic package to the like decked out, and where do we sit in that? What else, I guess, what options do we have on this one just so the public out there knows, and what are their options from, A to Z?
Yeah, absolutely. So your unit that you got here is pretty decked out. It's got almost every upgrade that we have. So this Mazarine actually goes a little over 10K. But if you want a Mazarine that the concern is the dehumidifier and security, starts around 5. So we have all of that room there in the middle to customize it however you want, including all of the upgrades that we went over here, signage, artwork, all of this.
What are the custom options, just so people know, from standard, what are the upgrades we have on this box, just so they know what an upgrade is here?
Yeah, so by far the most popular is the exterior signage, by far. Almost everybody adds that because you almost have to.
Yeah.
The interior panel is very popular. Our storage system is very, very popular. But we have a couple other ones, both of which you have here. Is keyless upgrade, which is a 3,000-pound lock that locks the unit as we kind of went through. And then that scent package, create that nice smell. It's not all that much. I tell everyone, you want to add it. Even though it's dry, it sure is nice to open the box and get a good smell.
Sure.
Yep. And then we have a couple kind of platinum upgrades that we've just released, kind of starting to become pretty popular with customers. So, a Mazarine is custom. We try and make it a simple, autonomous product, but something that solves performance, security, and aesthetics. Those are the 3 big things we solve. So truly a custom product.
Okay, and one thing I was curious about, what's the turnaround time if someone wants to place an order, let's say today?
Just a few months ago, our production time got so long that we actually had to pause all of our sales and marketing. We actually even had to go and refund customers that we felt they were waiting too long. But now we're very happy that all of the orders that come in, we're able to turn them around in about 30 days.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, so I think what we're gonna do is take this over to the marina. We wanna show, everyone watching here where the final resting place is gonna be and just what the real presentation will look like. Yeah. Then we'll get some nighttime footage as well, so we can show the entire display, the lighting, and the fiasco that this thing is probably going to cause at the marina, which again, with center consoles only, yeah, no, it's fantastic. With us with center consoles only, wherever we can put our logo, we're very proud of it, and we want to display it everywhere. We want to, you know, shout it off of the mountaintops.
Yeah.
So this thing is perfect for us, and to have your boat name, you know, a silhouette of your sport fish or your center console, it's just like you said, you can customize it, make it yours, and it's just something special and just, you know, above the rest of what's out there. You guys have done a great job. Thank you again very much for coming in here.
Enjoyed it very much.
Showing us all the detail. We're super excited about actually using this. And again, if you guys have any questions as we gain experience on it, that's what we do. We like to share that stuff with you guys. We'll tell you exactly what our experience is like. And like what we see so far, I mean, it's solved every problem that the dock box has had, which it's just been a storage space for cleaning supplies, boat soap, sponges, things that you don't really care about, with a lock that, you know, anybody can open, so security is no big deal. Here we can actually put our Spot Zero in there. We can actually throw some, you know, equipment of value that we don't have to lug off and on the truck every time, so we're super excited about it. And it's just a beautiful, you know, work of art. Congrats again for what you guys have done so far. Thank you for working with us, and we can't wait to put this thing by the boat. Let's go make it happen.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Getting it ready here at Bayshore Landings, trying to find the right spot for it. Trying to get Jack to let us just put it right into the concrete there, man. That feels like the spot. It doesn't look like it's gonna happen. That is pretty crazy. I think the height is just right to go against the back wall here.
Is it?
I think it goes right over.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's great.
Slide it back, so let's see if it There
you go.
You got dividers, light show control, your humidity, your temperature on the inside.
That.
The lights turn on when the sun goes down. Pretty cool. You got to put Jack on commission here, because he's going to be the one wheeling and dealing and say, hey, where the heck did you get that thing?
I know people that probably get them tomorrow.
There you go. Okay, so we finally made it over to Bayshore Landings. Final resting spot. We have a great little area here where JC and the Remix Contender, the CCO Remix Contender, is going to be here. We have our Orion on the other side of that, and we're going to have our Costa 264 in the middle. So this is kind of like our basin, our little corner, and this is going to be a great spot to be able to have our gear. And again, we are excited about throwing that Spot Zero Mini in here and being able to utilize that on all three boats, hopefully.
It's going to be amazing.
So
yeah, fantastic.
Already getting attention here. Looks like a couple more are going to be making it over to Bayshore. We haven't even landed here. It looks like he's got 2 more coming. So good start, and I'm sure the more people see this thing compared to this. I mean, look at this, is a standard dock box right here. Again, usually they don't even have locks. This is a spill response kit from the marina, but absolutely nothing compared to this. So can't wait to...
Alan, that's one of the things that's really important, especially in marinas and a commercial environment. We talk about security and dryness. We have some pretty serious things we keep in there sometimes. First aid kits, fire extinguishers, spill kits, things that can, in some cases, save lives.
Sure.
So that's one thing we always talk about in Mazarine too. It's, yeah, we keep gear in there and random things, but sometimes we can keep things that can make a difference in the boating experience.
100%. All right, again, so I want to thank you for...
Thank you, man.
Not only working with us on this dock box, but using those muscles to help us get it off the truck and mount it here. We did it with 3-4 of us, no problem. So bolting it down, this thing ain't going anywhere, and we'll show you some more footage as we go along. Why don't you let them know where they can contact you if they wanted to place an order themselves?
Yeah, sure.
Or find more information.
Yeah, so any of our social Mazarine cases, our website, mazarine.co. You can go there, you can order direct. As you'll see, each one of our cases, like yours, custom built. So we have base models, and then we can do all the fun stuff from there on up. So we work with each individual, each boat owner, one-on-one to do that. We're very easy. It's a fun process. It's enjoyable. There's artwork, there's pictures, there's all kinds of fun stuff. So yeah, contact us, and let's get one on the dock for their boats.
Sounds good. All right, guys, any questions you guys have, reach out in the comments. We thank you for being part of this video. As always, my name is Alan with Center Consoles Only, and we'll be back once again soon. We're going to show you how we set this thing up as well and kind of bring you in to that whole thing. It should be a lot of fun, so stay tuned for that as well.